First of all, quarterback Mark Reuben of the Washington State Cougars doing a great job at throwing the football, and sophomore quarterback Chris Miller. Miller completing over 50% of his passes for over 1,000 yards, and Mark Reuben doing a good job.
Yes, Mark Reuben is number one in the Pac-10 in total offense, 188 yards of that being in the pass. He needs only 285 yards in passing to move into the top 10 spot in all-time passing for Cougar quarterback, so he's doing a very good job.
And two more of the exciting ball players will be Lou Barnes of the Oregon Ducks and also running back Reuben Mayes. Mayes, the great afternoon last week, over 200 yards, and Lou Barnes can catch a football.
Yes, Lou Barnes is 5'10", 164 pounds. He's an electrifying receiver. In fact, he can go deep for the ball, he can catch it, plus he's also a very good punt return man.
Getting ready to kick off to the Washington State Cougars, and we are underway. The deep men are Rick Chase into the end zone, and Chase will let it bounce. It'll stay in the end zone of the Cougars to 10. Jamie White, Dan Lynch, Kurt Ladinas, Kirk Samuelson, and Mike Dreyer, the offensive line for Washington State. First and 10 at their own 20. Marshall, James, and Olson are the receiving corps. Tight end Jimmy Olson making a start. Reuben Mayes and Calvin in the backfield. On the first play from scrimmage, it's Mayes right over the middle, and Reuben, who had that great game last week against the Stanford Title, punches out about 4 yards, and we're under here at Autzen Stadium. It's homecoming for Oregon. Dale Dorning, Roland Kutsier, David Copeland, John Byrne along the defensive front line. The linebacking corps, Don Pellum, Bob Uditz, and Todd Welch. On second down, it is second down and 6. Reuben scrambles away, rolling to his right, keeps the football. The 25 to the far sideline, and he's out of bounds at the Cougar 33-yard line, and he's got himself a first down. A fine season for Washington State, throwing for well over 1,000 yards, completing over 50% of his passes. He is the number one total offense leader in the Pac-10 with over 200 yards, and he's throwing for an average of 188 yards a game. It's first and 10 for the Cougars. On first down, Reuben Mayes again, and he spins away for a couple of yards for the Cougars at their own 38-yard line. Rick Rez along with Paul Johns from Autzen Stadium. Glad you could join us for all the play-by-play today. In motion to the near side is Sam Burris. On second down, Reuben puts it up. The outlet pass to Chase. The 40, 45, has the first down, 50, and he's down to Duck territory.
The same play that the Cougars used last week against Stanford. A quick screen and allow Chase, who's a very good man, to find the open seam to get the ball and do a good job. This play was very effective last week, and so far, the first time it's been run today, it's very effective.
Cougars have not moved the football at all in the first half this year. They're doing so this afternoon up the middle to the 40-yard line. Again, Reuben Mayes. He was a workhorse last week, wasn't he? In motion and behind the quarterback, Reuben is Sam Burris, heading out to the far side, and the handoff over the middle goes Calvin, and Calvin gets maybe a couple of yards and then is pulled back. Third down and 2 for Washington State. Down to the Duck, close to the 37-yard line. Michael James into the ballgame in motion. Reuben, handoff over the middle, Mayes and Reuben. Yardage for the first down, all the way down to the Duck 33-yard line. Don Pellum, the left linebacker, and Dan Wilkin, the free safety, again on the stop, and it's another first down for Washington State.
Very rarely will you find the first tackler getting Mayes down. He's just so strong, he's able to break that first tackle.
It's first and 10 for the Cougars, their third first down on their first drive of the day. The pitch out goes to Mayes, and he gets close to the Duck 31-yard line, and that's about it. Second down and 8 for the Cougars. Sun breaking through here at Autzen Stadium. It was very cloudy earlier today. Reuben, again the pass to Chase, to the near side, the 20, and he's all the way down to the Duck 14-yard line, where it's going to be another first down.
A devastating block by Jamie White, the offensive tackle who led that quick screen. Rick Chase just followed that big wall and picked up a lot of yards. Here you see Jamie White, that beautiful block on the cornerback.
And Holbert, a good job to spin away. 10 for the Cougars, down to the Duck 13-yard line. Motion is Breland into the ball game. Reuben rolling to his right as Mayes pitches it out to Reuben, the 10, the 5, cuts away all the way down to the Duck 4-yard line. Rich Brooks on the Oregon sideline, been coaching some 26 years in the collegiate and the professional ranks, professionally with the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. It is second down and 1 for the Cougars at the Duck 4-yard line. James and Chase wide to the left side, but over the middle goes Calvin, and Richard Calvin down to the Duck 1 yard. 6 inches away And we have 9.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. The Cougars ready to score. And Ripken takes it himself. Touchdown, Washington State. No doubt about it. What a drive by the Cougars.
Ripken just quarterback sneak, goes over the left side, follows some good blocking, and he's tall, and he can just fall into the end zone.
Great drive by Washington State. The 1-yard run by quarterback Mark Ripken. Snap from center, and the kick is up, and it is perfect. Right through the uprights. John Trout ready to kick it away for Washington State. He played a big role in last week's 49-42 win against Stanford. That big kick that was fumbled by Kevin Scott. End over end. Short kick taken at the 8-yard line by Newman. Newman to 20-25 across the 30. Sheds a couple of tacklers, and he's all the way down to the Duck 40-yard line. So an excellent return by Anthony Newman. Took it at his own 8-yard line all the way out to the Oregon 40. Good job.
Yes, it was a good job. But what the key to that is it was a short kick. That doesn't allow your defensive people to get down and cover the ball well. He has one missed tackle. He follows his blockers up and has a very good run down the sideline.
Newman, only a freshman, 6'1", 185. So the Ducks with the football, led by sophomore quarterback Chris Miller. Miller knocked out of the ball game last week against the Washington Huskies in the second quarter. And the handoff goes to Alex Mack. Second down and 10. Gain of 8 yards on the carry, out of the I formation. Wide to the right is Barnes and Holman, and the handoff goes to the tailback McCall, and McCall gets across the 45 all the way down to the Duck 47-yard line.
I think they want to try to establish a run game because Washington State knows they're going to pass, so why not try to run?
Split backs. It is third down and 3. Oregon with the football at their own 47. And the handoff back, and he is tackled right as he took the exchange from
Newman. Had a good game last week, so he seems like he's just picking up where he left off. No one touched him. He came through the gap between the center and guard and makes a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
And the kick is off. And this one will sail into the end zone. The deep man was backup quarterback Ed Blunt Stadium with 7:27 to go here in the first quarter. Good punt by Mike Preacher. On first down, Ripken. The handoff goes to Calvin. Calvin over the left side of the line, and he picks up a couple of yards. Mark Ripken and the Cougars at their own 23-yard line. They'll make it to 22. Batted away. The pass by Ripken. Up with the hands is the defensive left end, Dale Dorning. He's 6'4", 255. A senior got up there to knock the pass away, and there was no doubt about it. Now James starts off in motion. Mark setting up, pass over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. That one is batted away.
He was covered very well. You see Ripken drops back. The ball, he's covered very well. Dan Ripken comes over the shoulder, and he seems like he tries to force that pass because he wasn't open by any means.
Tough to get it in there.
Yes.
Walking is there. Glenn Harper back to punt it. No! Keeping the football. Rick Chase, the 40, the 45, the 50. May go all the way. The 30, the 20, the 10. Rick Chase, touchdown Cougars. Unbelievable.
The Cougars are going to try a fake punt early in the game. Gets the short, goes to the up back. He gets it. It's nothing but running room. And Rick Chase is used to finding his running room behind his blockers. He follows the last blocker, cuts back. No one's going to touch him.
And this is John's already second try of the ball game. The kick is up, and it is good. And just like that, with 6:39 to go in the first quarter, it's the Cougars 14.
Everyone food. Nobody. They're coming to block the punt because Washington State hasn't had a lot of success with their special teams, and their punter's had his punts blocked a number of times.
The kick by Trout, end over end. Again, a little on the short side. This time it's going to be taken by Cherry. His own 12-yard line, the 20, 25, the 30, back toward midfield, the 35, the 40. The only man, John Trout, to try to stop him, and Trout can't get him. The 30, the 20. Coming back is Ron Collins, and he saves the touchdown. Ron Collins on the tackle. They get a hold of Tony Cherry, but he gets all the way down to the Cougar, close to the Cougar 18-yard line, and what a return by Tony Cherry.
First of all, it comes again from having a short kick. You're allowed a runner to catch the ball on the run. The defense people don't have time to get down on the coverage. Good blocking and good running by Tony Cherry, and that's what happens usually when you have a short kick.
John Trout here says, I'm in trouble. I got to try to get him, but he doesn't. Stays in bounds, and it's Ron Collins to save the touchdown, but the Ducks with the football all the way down to the 18. The pass by Miller to the near sideline, and it's incomplete intended for Lou Barnes, who was low and underthrown. Quarterback Chris Miller coming back from that mild concussion suffered last week. Second down and 10. Wide to the right is Barnes. The MVP for the Ducks a year ago in his first year with the ball club. Going to his right. And the pitch off to Alex Mack. And Mack gets it close to across the 15, all the way down to the Cougar 14-yard line, but a flag is thrown. Kevin McCall leads the ball club with 27 receptions coming out of the backfield. It is second down and 19 after the offensive holding penalty against the Ducks, and Miller rolling to his right. Pressure gets away from Krakowski. Cuts back toward midfield. The 25, the 20. Keeps the football, and he is down at the 16-yard line.
It's a rollout, and instead of Washington State being in a man-to-man, they're in the zone. He's looking for Barnes, and Barnes well covered, so he has to take the ball upfield. Does a very good job of scrambling.
If there's any concern about Miller's health, and if he can run the football, I think they're answering very well right now. Did a good job to avoid a couple of tacklers. It is third down and 8 at the Cougar 17-yard line. Dropping back, looking over the middle, passes off, and it is going to be complete down to the Cougar 10-yard line. They're going for it. Fourth and 1. And now timeout is called by the Ducks, and quarterback Chris Miller wants to talk things over with head coach Rick Tina Upton. And flags are thrown all over the field. Let's see who went offsides. Oregon or Washington State, illegal procedure against the Ducks. Linesman is Ray Highsmith. And what he's saying is they're going to do it again. They're going to do it again. Look at everybody moving. The left guard, the left Oregon.
The defense is allowed to move. The offense cannot move.
It is fourth and 1, and the Ducks will try it one more time. In motion is Barnes and behind Miller. And the pitch out goes to McCall. McCall turns the corner, has the first down. The 5, and he's down and out of bounds at the Cougar 3-yard line. Has it first and goal for the Ducks.
Everybody's caught up in the inside. Sometimes the best play to run is a sweep. This is just what they ran here. Pick up ample enough yardage to get the first down.
Cedric Brown on the tackle, but McCall delivered a pretty good hit as he was driven out of bounds, and now it's first and goal. McCall dives, and he's in there. Touchdown, Oregon, and the Ducks have their first score of the afternoon. As we look at it one more time.
It's a dive play. He cuts back inside. He gets hit, but he's flipped and just crosses the goal line. It's a good run, good drive. But what started that all off was a long kick return.
For the extra point. And keeping the football is Miller. Pass off into the end. No, it's not. Miller's still with the football, and now he is taken down at the Cougar 5-yard line. So they try a little razzle-dazzle of their own, but it doesn't work. The Cougars are right there to defend on the play and to keep right on quarterback Chris Miller. Kick is off. Chase lets it roll in and out of the end zone. 4:29 to go in the first quarter. James wide to the near side, wide to the right is John Marshall. First and 10 for the Cougars. Reuben Mayes still on his feet and bangs his way down to the Cougar 26-yard line. Carries last week, picks up 6 yards on that last carry. Is second down and 4. From the end zone camera, Mark Rippon looking over the defense. Second down and 10 for the Cougars. Just across their own 28-yard line. Split backs. And off goes to Calvin. Calvin near the 30, but I don't know if they got enough for the first down. The first agreement is John Burns.
I don't think they're going to rush as hard as they did last time.
There's the kick. Spiral, and it's going to be taken by Lou Barnes at his 18-yard line. Toward the middle, across the 20. Toward the far sideline, and he is nailed down at the Duck 23-yard line. First and 10. 2:34 to go here in the first quarter. Cougars leading 14-6. McCall, the tailback, over the right side, across the 25, down to the 26. And for Brooks, his 8th year at the University of Oregon. Season back in 1979 when he went 6-5 and was named the Pac-10 Coach of the Year. And also the District 9 College Coach of the Year. Gain of 3, second down and 7. Pass to the near sideline, low and incomplete, intended for Lou Barnes. Scooped it up on the short hop, but the low pass Well, no.
No, it wasn't. He just
made it all the way there. From our angle, it looked like it bounced. From the eye, they go to the split backs. Falling back in the backfield. Passing down, Miller to throw. Steps up the pocket and gets creamed at the Duck 19-yard line. He stepped up in the pocket and met about 2 tacklers. One of them was Rod Cleveland. And the other is Eric Howard.
He got hit real hard. I guess next time he won't step up as fast, boy, because the lane closed real hard on him.
There's Howard. And Blunt is the deep man for Washington State. Blunt coming up to the far side, gets it at the 47, and he is nailed there.
While catching the run, and this time he may have been better the fair catch. But he held onto the ball, and that's the most important thing.
James to the right. 14-6, Cougars out in front. Reuben rolling to his left. Complete to Marshall, the 45, and out of bounds at the Duck 42-yard line.
About 8 yards and just rounds it out toward the sideline. It's a rollout pass by Reuben. He finds the open man, picks up almost a first down. It may be a first down, maybe a little change.
Second down, less than a yard. Takes the pitch, pass, open is Michael James, and he spins all the way down to the goal line, but he steps out of bounds at the Duck 4-yard line. What a catch by Michael James.
Comes in motion and just keeps going. Runs past the defensive back, runs behind everyone, and it's wide open.
To score one more time with only 58 seconds to go in the first quarter. Whistles and a timeout is called. The time and the score here at Autzen Stadium on their brand new score boosting goal. Calvin and Richard.
You see the trap play. On the other side, it's not the counter, but the defensive secondary are playing man-to-man now. They follow the receivers all the way out of the end.
Second and goal at the 3-yard line. The pitch out goes to Mayes. Cuts upfield. He's got the touchdown. Washington State and Reuben Mayes the touchdown. For Reuben Mayes. He had 5 last week.
It's a quick pitch. He cuts inside. It's a beautiful block.
Maybe more on the way he runs the football. A kick by Trout. And it is good. Deep men for Oregon. Joey Cherry and Anthony Newman. Cherry did a great job. Kick by Trout. This time it's going to be deep, and it sends Cherry into the end zone and will stay there. There you see the score and the time left to go here in the first period. Washington State beat the Ducks last year 24-7 in Pullman. Duck cheerleaders on the far sideline. Washington State won in 1982, 10-3 here in Eugene, and won again in 81, 39-7. And Pullman, the pitch out to McCall, the near sideline, across the 20. The clock runs down here in the first quarter with our score. It's Washington State 21 and Oregon 6. We'll be football, second down and 7 at their own 23-yard line. Long count by Miller, dropping back. Deep over the middle. And it is incomplete all the way down to the Cougar 30-yard line. Intended for Lou Barnes.
Very good coverage because Lou Barnes just ran deep, no moves, just trying to split the zone, and the ball is barely off his fingertips.
Just a little bit overthrown. Wow.
That was good coverage.
Reynolds was covering on the play. Cedric Brown came in behind. 21-6, Cougars out in front. Miller has to put the football up in trouble. The flag is thrown. Pass over the middle. Incomplete, intended again for Lou Barnes, but it was overthrown as the ball sailed out to midfield, but a flag is thrown. Oregon will punt it away. Now the special team unit on for Washington State. Reaches at his own 10, steps up and gets it away. Ed Blunt waiting and waiting at his own 31-yard line. And is down at the Cougar 34. Dan Devaney into the ballgame as a linebacker for the Ducks. First and 10 for the Cougs at their own 34-yard line. Wing kicks up. Reuben Mayes can't find too much running room over the left side. They'll come out fired up. Chase in motion. Reuben keeps the football and he's down to the Cougar 40-yard line. Motion is Sam Burks. Reuben Mayes over the middle, and he's got the first down across the 45, and Mayes out to the Cougar 46. Then in this ballgame, first and 10 at the Cougar 46. The pitch out to Mayes, and he is stopped right away. Got back to the line as Reuben. Motion is Marshall. Quick pass, Chase, and it's through on the high side, and he can't find the hand. Rain starting to fall here at Autzen Stadium. Again, that quick outlet pass to Rick Chase.
Yes, they were going for that quick screen again. If he catches, if the ball is strong good, he has some running room because he can elude this one man. Usually you allow a guy like this to move to beat one man, but the ball strong's a little high. And
tell you one thing, with the light drizzle that's falling right now, that makes it a little bit tougher for the quarterback to get a real good grip on the football. It is 3rd down and 9. Reuben looking for an open man, slips and falls on the wet side. Lou Barnes is deep for the Ducks. Kick is off high in the air. Barnes back to his own 6-yard line. You see him slip and fall.
You see, it's a beautiful punt, and I'll say one of the guidelines is using with punt returns to talk. The ball goes over your head past the 10-yard line, you don't field it.
Willie Morgan, a flag is thrown. 11:42 to go here in the first half. Penalty against the Ducks. Trying to get some breathing room. They give it to the tailback McCall. Or make it Tony Cherry into the ball game. Tony Cherry into the ball game as a tailback. No gain on the play. It is 2nd down and 10. Miller. And it's incomplete. Ball and Mack in the backfield, but Miller will throw the football to the near sideline. Goes McCall. McCall has it to 10. Cuts upfield, gets away from the tackler to 20. And now he's out of bounds at the Duck 20. Clock stops with 10:51 showing here in the second period.
Yes, this is a good job of protection. It allows Miller to set up in the pocket, step up, and find McCall coming out of the backfield. McCall stops. This is the first tackle and picks up the first down. That's a big play.
He's leading 21-6. Pitch out to McCall, looking to throw the football high in the air, and it's going to be incomplete and almost intercepted by Cedric Brown. That information for Oregon, where it's 2nd down and 10. Miller rolling to his right. Complete to Doug Herman, the 45, and out across the 50, down to the Cougar 45-yard line.
He's going the opposite way this time. He's going to his right. Therefore, he has a better angle. Since he's right-handed, he throws it to Doug Herman. Doug Herman picks up a nice gain.
Ron Collins at the Cougar 46-yard line. This time, fakes the 40. And he's tackled from behind. Chris Miller down to the Cougar 26-yard line.
Yes, it looked as though they were running the same play they just ran to the other side. Roll out. This time, Doug Herman is covered well. Chris Miller sets up. He does a good job of faking. I've seen him do this a couple of times today, and as you see, he's a good runner.
9:58 to go here in the second quarter, and as you see, it's going to be a little bit short by the length of the football. We have the first quarter stats as you see some of the chilly pants here at Hudson Stadium. That guy didn't even bring a jacket. All he brought was a sweater.
He looks like he's regretting that, doesn't he?
I don't have one either. What am I talking about? Reuben Mayes in the first quarter, 9 carries for 41 yards. I wanted to mention Reuben Mayes because before this ball game is over, he's going to chalk up a lot of yardage. 2nd down, short yardage. Reverse, and the pitch goes to Holman. He tries the long throw deep downfield. Wide open is Barnes. Touchdown the Ducks. Scott Holman to Lou Barnes. Touchdown the Ducks. Scott Holman to Lou Barnes. Holy smoke, what a play for Oregon. They're on the board 21-12. The Cougars still lead though.
Looks like it might be a reverse, so I know it stops the linebackers and stops the defensive backs. And Holman does a good job of throwing the ball, and Barnes does a very good job of knowing where he is on the field and catching it and sliding it in.
The split end to his wide receiver, Lou Barnes. They will go for the 2-point try. Rolling to his right, Miller looking in the end zone over the middle, and it's incomplete. Incomplete to Scott Holman, who was the Duck who threw the touchdown pass. And with 9:34 to go in the second quarter, the Ducks scored their second touchdown on 36 yards away. Holman, pretty good throw.
Very good throw.
And wide open is Lou Barnes in the end zone, and he just curdles and hugs that football, makes the touchdown receptors away by Dean Otto. High, deep kick, end over end. And Rick Chase lets it bounce out of the end. 7 plays, 96 yards for the Ducks. 5 minutes and 26 seconds. Possession time for Oregon. Reuben will throw it on first down to the far sideline. He's got Marshall. John has it. Motion is Breland. And off over the middle and out to the 30-yard line.
Defense is will be at the disadvantage because the offense, receivers and running backs will know where they're going.
First and 10 for the Cougars. And the pitch out low, but it's handled nicely by Mayes. Upfield the 40, 45, 50. Reuben is going to go all the way. The 20, the 10. Touchdown, Reuben Mayes for the Cougars. His second touchdown of the ball.
Good play. Counter dive, and he catches the ball. Nice catch. Nice pickup, first of all. Great blocking. And here you see the speed and power of this man. He just breaks the tackle, and no one... Looks like a replay of last week.
He broke free and had clear sailing. The kick by Trout, and it is wide to the left. And with 8:20 left to go here in the first half, our score. It's the Cougars 27 and the Ducks 3. Reuben Mayes going 70 yards.
So this play all started off by a beautiful catch by Mayes because the ball was thrown low. And it's good blocking by the wide receiver. He cuts through a hole. Goodbye.
Only 3 plays, 80 yards, 1 minute, 14 seconds. These men are Tony Cherry and Anthony Newman. And Newman is going to be taken by Cherry at his 3-yard line. Upfield, 15 to 20. 25 and down to the 28-yard line. Tony Cherry. 8:13 to go here at halftime. First and 10 for the Ducks at their own 27. Mack and Cherry in the backfield. Now they have to throw the football. Pass over the middle, complete to his tight end, Doug Herman. And Herman is stopped at the 37-yard line.
Yes, that's really a safe play for the quarterback and receiver. The tight end releases, goes about 8 yards, turns around, quarterback drops back and drills it to him.
Pickup of 9, it is second down and 1. And the give is to Cherry. He's got the first down and a lot more. The 50 to 45 spins away down to the Cougar 48-yard line, and one whale of a run by Tony Cherry finally tackled.
Nice off-tackle play. Number 70, Steve Jensen, does a very good job. Cherry finds the hole, and it's off to the races. Good job of blocking by Lou Barnes. He's out there.
Cherry ran over the back of Barnes and trying to get away from the tackler. Miller to throw. Near sideline. Open is Barnes, and he's got it and down at the Cougar 24-yard line. Let's take a look at it one more time. A nice pass by Chris Miller.
Yes, Lou Barnes comes from the opposite side of the field. He just goes across, finds a hole.
First down for the Ducks. 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Cougars leading 27-12. Rolling to his right. Pass is off and incomplete. He wanted to hit the ball to his tight end, Doug Herman. Second and long. Is back the fullback. He's all the way down to the Cougar 10-yard line. Alex Mack, the big fullback.
It's a quick trap. He looked like he almost fumbled on that play, but he was able to regain it. He didn't get hit at the line of scrimmage. He picks up some good yards.
Gerald Waters. The motion is Barnes. Back again. He is stopped at the line of scrimmage and all down by Milford Hodge right there to greet big Alex Mack. And you talk about big Milford Hodge, 6'3", 240. He's a senior.
Plays off the block well, and it's the kind of tackle that when you're going through drills before the game, farm tackling, that's exactly what they want.
All the offense, the crack attack. Eugene. Pass into the end zone. Barnes and touchdown Oregon. He got 1 foot down. Lou Barnes. Touchdown catch, and the Ducks are on the board. What a catch by Barnes, and what a touch by the quarterback, Chris Miller.
This is a quick fade route to try to take advantage. What happens is the defensive back turns his back, and he doesn't see the ball. Barnes does a very good job of adjusting to the ball. And in college, all you have to do is have 1 foot in.
An offensive show here in the first half. 5:47 to go in the second quarter. The Ducks will try it one more time, the 2-point conversion. Miller looking into the end zone. Passes off, and it's good. It's going to be complete to Kevin McCall coming out of the back.
Fans on a cold day, you want to see a lot of scoring. It allows you to get up and move around.
You know what, those folks are just kind of sitting there enjoying it, I guess. They look like Duck fans, but the kick by Otto. Chase into the end zone, and will stay there. Motion is Michael James. 5-yard penalty. It's back to the Cougar 15, or it's first and 15. Motion to the near side, Reuben Mayes. Griffin. Overthrown, incomplete. Second and 15, wide to the right. Is Breland into the ball game. Motion James. Second and long. Reuben Mayes, and Mayes gets back to the original line of scrimmage towards the 20-yard line. Stopped there by Ron Johnson, who just checked into the ballgame defensively for the net. They don't pick up the first down right here. The Ducks will have some pretty good field position. 27-20 here in the second quarter. You see the time, just over 5 minutes left to go. Trying to keep their hands on the football. Motion to the far side as Mayes out of the backfield. Reuben in trouble. Big rush, but passes off, and it's complete to Marshall. He's got the first down to the Cougar 45-yard line.
It looks like he throws that ball off his heels, and it's a very good throw, accurate throw. Nice catch. Yes, it was a man-to-man. He beats his man and get out of a. They make a crucial play and get out of a.
Reuben Mayes up the middle, and Mayes gets out. Second down and 8 after the 2-yard carry by Mayes. Reuben, the pitch out. Reuben to the near side of the 50, the 40, and he is taken out of bounds at the Duck 34-yard line. And another first down for Washington State, and the clock stops with 3:48 remaining in the second period.
Reuben Mayes did a very good job of just slowing down his speed. A little stutter step there because they have 3 men out there to make the tackle. He does a little stutter step and then he gets to the outside. And he's doing a very good job once he gets his hands on the ball.
3:32 to go in the second quarter. Tatalotowski into the ball game, and he is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Second down and 9. Tatalotowski starts in motion to the near side. Reuben to throw. Has plenty of time. The pass is off downfield, intended for Tatalotowski. Intercepted at the Duck 5-yard line. The interception, Wendell Kaysen, the left cornerback, and the Ducks have the football with 2:41 to go in the half.
That was not a good pass by Reuben. His primary receiver wasn't open. John Marshall wasn't open. He tried to go down the sideline. But the defensive back has very good coverage. And Tatalotowski tries to play a defensive back at that time.
At their own, they spot the football near the 6-yard line. And up goes the Mack. Flag is thrown. Alex Mack still on his feet. Avoids a couple of tacklers. Has some room on the right side. The 20, 25, 30. And finally taken out of bounds. All the way down to the Duck 35-yard line. What a run by Alex Mack, the fullback. Flag is thrown.
That man shows some moves on this play, right? After he breaks the first tackle, you see him throw a move right here. He throws another move right there. Oh, yes, great move. Even though the play is called back, you can see the running ability of Alex Mack.
Penalty, illegal procedure against the Ducks. All the way back to their own 3-yard line. Landon Cherry into the offensive backfield. Right now they're located in the end zone, but Miller will throw it. Keeps the football, and he's almost tackled in the end zone. He gets it.
The Ducks have a lot of confidence in their pass and attack and their pass protection because they're throwing out of the end zone. Miller doesn't find anyone and barely gets back out of the end zone.
Backs to the wall. The Cougars want to keep him right there. The handoff. And stopped right away by Jim Kurkowski and then hauled back into the end zone. I believe it was wide to the right side. There's Lou Barnes. The end zone camera. That's how much room the quarterback, Chris Miller, has to work with. Deep in the end zone. Dropping back to throw. The outlet pass. McCall has it. And he's at the 10, still on his feet, and pulled out of bounds, close to a first down.
It's a safe pass. McCall comes out of the backfield. He looks downfield. The primary receiver is the back. He throws to McCall. McCall's trying to get the first down, and he almost gets it. He pulls two people.
Tipton. Head blunt, the deep man for the Cougars. Kick is off. It's going to be on the short side. Bounces at midfield. A high bounce taken by Blunt, and he stopped right away. On the new scoreboard here at Autzen Stadium, and the Cougars lead 27-20 in the steady light rain here in Eugene, Oregon. Marshall in behind, Reuben in motion. Mayes up the middle, moving at 50, and he's down to Duck territory at the Oregon 43-yard line. And Reuben Mayes with that quick burst of speed right up the middle, and it's a first down for the Cougars.
It's a draw play. They have 1 back, 3 wide receiver, 1 back offense. Who they give it to Mayes? A draw play. The man picks up some yards and gets on the left side of territory.
Kaysen finally on the tackle. First and 10. The coach down at the 43. Reuben deep downfield near sideline, and it's overthrown, intended for Michael James. The Cougars on top of the Ducks. Pass is off, and it's incomplete, intended for Marshall to the far sideline at the Duck 37-yard line. Down at 10. And Reuben will put up the football. No, he won't. Reuben Mayes up the middle. The 30, 25, and all the way down to the Duck 22-yard line. Like I said, he'll hand off to Reuben Mayes.
Great blocking by the front line. They are just opening up holes in the line. Mayes to run. And what does he do better than anything? He runs.
That's why I'm up here. Again, Reuben Mayes over the middle. Still on his feet and now down at the Duck 11-yard line. Oh. Looks like he got it. No. 24 seconds on the clock. Second down and about an inch. Reuben will throw in the end zone. Passes up and incomplete. Overthrown over the top of John Marshall. Motion is chased to the near side, and Reuben will keep the football himself. He's got the first down as Reuben gets across the 10-yard line and down to the Ducks. Will have it first and goal. And timeout is called by Washington State with 33 seconds on the clock here in the second quarter. Reuben. Pass in the end zone, incomplete, and a little mix-up. 28 seconds. Wide to the left is Sam Burrs. In the slot left is John Marshall. Lone setback, Reuben Mayes. Pass in the end zone, intended for Burrs, but well beyond his reach. It falls. And look for the pass. They went to Reuben Mayes. Let's see what they do right here. They'll throw the football. Passes up. Burrs has a shot, and it's incomplete. Snap and center, the kick by Trout, and it is good. No doubt about it. And the kick is away. Low kick, bobbled, and then recovered at the 25, the 30, and out to the 32-yard line. Right now, you just want to let that big play burn you.
Looks like they're getting ready for a punt return.
Miller in a lot of trouble, gets away from Eric Howard. Rolling to his right. Now the pass is off and it's incomplete. Trying to get the ball out to midfield where Lou Barnes goes sliding after it, and time runs out here in the first half. So the first half statistics, Washington State 15 first downs, Oregon 7, moved the football very well.
Yes, they are. The first quarter, Washington State had 7 first downs. Oregon didn't have any. But so the game is evened out a little bit more the second half, but Washington State still up by 10 points.
Anthony Newman and Tony Cherry are the deep men back for Oregon, and it's going to be Cherry at his own 6-yard line. We're underway in the second half. The 20, upfield, out to the 25, then to the 26-yard line. First and 10 for the Ducks at their own 26. Out of the I formation, Mack and McCall in the backfield. The pitch out goes to McCall. Turns the right side to 30, leaps over one tackler, all the way down to the Ducks 39-yard line. Kevin McCall injured on the play, and that would be a big loss. Looking at the right knee of Kevin McCall.
It's a nice sweep, and he puts himself in a vulnerable position. When you go up in the air, sometimes you come down where you don't want to come down. And in that pile, looks like his knee might just gotten twisted up, or hip maybe right on got a frog in his
Cherry replaces Kevin McCall in the offensive backfield. It's first and 10 for the Ducks at their 39-yard line. And right away it goes to Cherry. The 45 and across midfield, and he's got a Duck first
on the right side. The offensive line is doing a very good job of taking care of Washington State's left side, picking up some valuable yards there.
Mike McCarty now checks into the ballgame offensively for the Ducks. Out of the I formation and motion to the near side is Lou Barnes. 30-20, the Cougars lead by 10. Quick pass to Barnes. And he slips down. Miller rolling to his right. And it's intercepted and lost by Ron Collins. Oh, Collins almost had his 4th interception on the year.
Miller did not see Collins or what, it's a rollout, and he's looking for Barnes all the way. Barnes goes close to the sideline and stops because he can't go any further. And Miller throws it right into Barnes' hands. But he can't hold on to it.
Barnes wide to the right. Third down and 9. Miller will put it up. Almost intercepted. His 40-yard line. Gets the kick away. High kick. Catch being called for by Blunt, and he is hit. The flag is thrown. The ball is set free.
He was trying to avoid him. He was just trying to run by. It looked like he was trying to run by him to scare him. He tried to avoid him, but he just got a piece of him. And you have to know where the ball is at all times.
Right away, the flag is thrown. Decided the infraction and has been around both the collegiate and the professional ranks. And 197 yards. He had a 70-yard touchdown run. That goes to Mayes. And the penalty will go against the Cougars.
Would have been a big play for Oregon.
So the yardage has stepped off against the Cougars, who would like to come out with the same attack that they had right at the outset of the ball game, where they chalked up 14 quick points. They need to get out to the 28 for a first down. Reuben to throw. Open over the middle is Marshall. Now the pass complete to Marshall, and he fumbles the football. It's going to be recovered by the Ducks.
Give the offensive line credit. They gave Reuben plenty of time to set back and pick out not only his primary receiver, but secondary and triad receiver. He finds Marshall, gets it. He loses it when the guy comes from behind him and strips it.
For Oregon, now with the football, 12:41 to go in the third quarter. Mack and Cherry in the backfield. On first down, it goes to Cherry. Gain of 1. It is second down and 9 for the Ducks. Drew Barnes into the ball game. Wide to the near side. Up the middle. Alex Mack, the big fullback, and he's out to the Cougar 20. Mack and Cherry. To the eye and motion to the near side is Barnes. The pitch out goes to Cherry. Turning the left side, and he's got the first down. He's all the way out to the Cougar 14-yard line.
From the high formations, the pitch out, sweep, and all these backs we've seen today do a good job of when they see the hold, squaring their shoulders up and going upfield.
First and 10 at the Cougar 14, 11:02 to go in the third quarter. Cougars lead 30-20 over the Ducks. Alex Mack, no running room at all, and a good job defensively by the Cougars. Moving along the defensive front line, and off the top. Cougars lead by 10 from the end zone camera through the uprights. It is third down and 8. Miller in the pocket, passes off over the middle, incomplete.
Your receivers to go down the field and clear out everyone. You have your running back just delay and cut under the linebackers. Hopefully you hit him and catch the ball and make some room and run for some yards. This time it didn't.
And Matt McLeod will come on to try for the field goal. A 30-yard try. The kick by McLeod is up and over in, and it is good. Chase moving to the near side, takes it at his 1-yard line. Straight upfield, the 10, the 15. 20 out to the 23-yard line. To the right is Marshall. Calvin and Mayes in the backfield. In motion is Michael James. Reuben, the pitch out to Mayes. 30, the 35, and down to the Cougar 36-yard line.
The veer option. And the way he's been running today, it has put fear in the Oregon coaches and the players' mind every time he touches the ball. He squares his shoulders up and runs with so much power.
Are looking for Mayes to take that pitch, and it boils down to execution, getting the blocks and getting the room, and Mayes a great job to run the football. This time out to the 44-yard line. Second down and about a half a yard. Calvin has the first down. Richard Calvin. They got the first down. First and 10 for the Cougars. Reuben in trouble, and he is
beats Jamie White on this play. The linebacker comes from the outside and dogs. He beats Jamie White to tackle. He's in there before Reuben can set up and find the receiver.
Hayes over the middle, and Reuben 197 in the first half. It is second down and 7, a gain of 3 by Mayes. Ball to the Cougar 47. Reuben to put it up. Open in the flats, but he can't get it to Richard Calvin coming out of the backfield. Calvin was wide all the way down to the Duck 20-yard line. Catching the cold. High kick. The catch being called for by Lou Barnes, and it's first and 10 for the Ducks at their own 20-yard line. 30-23. The Cougars lead the Ducks with 6:40 to go here in the third period. Rick Riz along with Paul Johns. Glad you could join us for the play-by-play this afternoon. The handoff, I believe it is Mack, Alex Mack, and he's out. A flag is thrown.
The referees called for the last push.
Cougars had only one penalty for only 5 yards in the first half. 6:23 to go in the period. First down for the Ducks out of the I formation. Tony Cherry. With Waters on his back, he gets across midfield all the way down to the Cougar 47-yard line.
One heck of an average, 6.6 yards per carry.
Very good average. First and 10 for the Ducks. The pitch out goes to Cherry, a little behind him, but he handles it. And he is hit hard at the Cougar 45. University of Oregon has produced some outstanding NFL players. Bobby Moore. Now Ahmad Rashad. How about Dan Fouts? The Chargers. Played right here in the early 70s.
Rush Rangers.
Cherry, left side to 40, 35, and he's down at the Cougar 33-yard line.
He broke 2 tackles on that play.
Cherry did a good job, Paul, in replacement of the injured Kevin McCall.
The play was initially supposed to go to the inside, but because there was no room, he popped it to the outside and picked up good yardage.
So Cherry filling in very nicely for the injured McCall. First and 10 for the Ducks at the Cougar 33. Cherry again, and he gets second down and 6. And he is tackled by Blake. Nice stop by Lee Blakeney, the all-time leading tackler in Cougar history. Watch this smack right here.
Very good job. They try to go to Washington State's playbook, run the draw play, but Blakeney's there.
Miller over the middle. He's got Cherry, then he fumbles the football, and it's going to be ruled incomplete.
Blakeney smells it out, and he's on top of the play. Very good play by Blakeney.
Up for a second. 4th down and 3. The field goal tried by McLeod, and the kick is up, and it is good. From 44 yards out, Mac McLeod, a field goal, and with 4:02 left to go in the third quarter, it's now the Cougars 30 and the Ducks 26, and this is one interesting ball game, Paul. Flag is thrown at the Cougar 32-yard line, and the penalty will go against Washington State, and the field goal is good. Ball is teed up at the Cougar 45. Junior Tatalotowski, one of the deep men for the Cougars.
He has to be careful here, because if he kicks it straight out the end zone, the ball would go to the 30 rather than the 20.
The onside kick, and it's covered nicely by Gerald Waters. Great job by Waters. Ball came right to him, and now tempers are really flaring down on the field. The Ducks downfield quickly, but Waters just simply pounced on the football, and a good job to bring it in and keep it right there, and the Cougars have good field position at their own 34. Watch Waters.
We saw in practice yesterday where Otto was having trouble kicking an onside ball and making it bounce.
To get something going here in the second half, leading 30-26. Almost intercepted. Receiver trying to get to the football, but Pellum was out in front of him.
Mark Rippon follows the tight end all the way from the line of scrimmage, and he telegraphed that ball. Then he tried to force it in there. It wasn't a very good throw at all.
Second down at 10. Jamie Olson shot in at tight end for the injured Vince Layton, but the ball never got there. Rippon, pitch out to Mayes. 20, 45, 50. Reuben Mayes on the carry. He's got the first down.
They fake to one side, and then they come back to the other side. Give the ball to the man you know is going to get some yards. That's a great block by Kirk Samuel.
For Reuben Mayes, first and 10, right at midfield for the Cougars. Motion to the near side is Breland whipped in, keeps the football, and he gets down to the Ducks, spins away, still on his feet, the 30, and down to the Duck 24-yard line.
But he's a big, strong running back, and everybody thinks he's gonna pitch it out. He keeps it, and no one wraps up.
Look at that.
Samuelson does a good job by keep blocking and doesn't allow anyone to just get good contact with.
First and 10 for the Cougars at the Oregon 24-yard line. Reuben Mayes across the 20, and he is down at the Duck 19. Wendell Kaysen and Bob Units combined on the tackle. Reuben Mayes well over 200 yards.
It's a dive play, and you can see his ball is supposed to go inside, but he just goes to the outside, off tackle play.
Chase is wide to the far side in motion. There's James, and it's Reuben Mayes. Mayes, the 10, across the 10. First and goal for the Cougars.
He was clearly supposed to be stopped on that play. He puts his head down his shoulders and breaks some tackles and then leaves them in.
Split backs, Mayes and Calvin. And it's Richard Calvin. Richard Calvin, touchdown Cougar. Touchdown run by Richard Calvin. Nothing fancy, just over the left side and behind the block
Of Samuelson.
Samuelson gets away from a tackler, spins away and gets inside the end zone for the Cougars score. 36-26. The Cougars back out to a 10-point lead. Now the kick. And it is good. Upfield, the 15-20. Breaks away. The 40, and he is down at the 45-yard line. Lost the football, but he is called down. I believe, no, it's recovered by Washington State.
Crowd kicks a short kick. You have a good return by Cherry, and look at that wall in front of him. That's great blocking. And it's a good tackle. The ball is stripped for him before he hits the ground. Good call by the referee.
1st and 10 at the Duck 47-yard line. Pippen has Chase open in the flats. He gets the ball to him. Chase is down at the Oregon 41-yard line. A gain of 6. 2nd down and 4 at the Oregon 41-yard line. Up the middle, Reuben Mayes. He's got the first down and a lot more. All the way down to the Oregon 20-yard line. 5 seconds remain in the 3rd quarter. Watch Reuben Mayes run.
Just a straight dive play over the tackle. Not only is he powerful, but he's showing some nimble feet.
253 yards, 25 carries, and a couple of touchdowns, including a 70-yard run. Rippon keeps the ball himself, and he's out to the Oregon 15-yard line. And time running down. It looks like we're going to go to the 4th quarter. 2nd down and 5 for the Cougars at the Oregon 17-yard line. It's Reuben Mayes, the man of the day, gets the carry and out to the Duck 12-yard line before he's stopped by Todd with 14:45 now to go in the football game. We're down and 1 for the Cougars. Rippon keeps himself.
It's going to be close. Length of the football.
I'll take a guess and say maybe Reuben Mayes. Ron Zepp into the ballgame defensively at middle linebacker. There's an extra linebacker for the Ducks. Here we go. It is 4th down and less than a yard. Mark Rippon to Reuben Mayes. Mayes the 5. Touchdown, Washington.
Richard Calvin did a great job of faking like he had the ball. He jumps into the line of scrimmage, which pulls about 4 people, and just pitched the ball to Mayes and let him run. Surprised me, though. I thought they were going to give it to someone else.
Or the extra point. Snap from center, and the kick is up, and it is good. And with 13 minutes and 49 seconds left to go in the ball game, our score, it's the Cougars 44 and the Ducks 26. Low kick. It'll skitter out to Cherry at the 6. Upfield at 20. Oh, brothers, he hit. A little on the damp side with the rain earlier today. Kevin McCall is back there at his tailback spot. Came off the field with an injured knee earlier in the 3rd quarter. Chris Miller scrambling, rolling to his right. Pass off, and it's going to be complete to his tight end, Doug Herman, and he is backed out of bounds at the Duck 27-yard line. 2nd down for the Ducks. 2nd down and 5. McCall across the 30, and he gets out to the Oregon 33-yard line before he's hit by Lee Blakeney. Miller in trouble, but is able to get the pass off to his fullback, Mack. But Alex is taken down by Jeff Pellum at the Oregon 35-yard line.
He rolls out, and it's a great rush. He just gets the ball away. Good heads-up play.
Jim Krakowski has him around the waist, but he's able to get the pass off to Mack, and then Jeff Pellum is there for the Ducks at their own 35-yard line. Here's sideline, and open is Holman, the split end, and he's out of bounds. Similar with it last week's game. Miller scrambling. Has the first down. Cross midfield, the 40, and run out of bounds by Cedric.
Just as I was saying that, I saw Lou Barnes come across the middle. He looked like he was open, but Miller was flushed out of the pocket, and he did a good job. As we see again, he looks like he's open, but Miller does a good job of setting up his blocks and picking up yards. Look at him tightrope that sideline.
Out at the Cougar 37-yard line. Pass to the far sideline, and it is incomplete.
The last 2 weeks so far, they haven't been able to do it.
Second down and 10 for the Ducks. Over the middle, complete to the tight end, Herman. Has it, and he gets down to the Cougar 24-yard line. Umbrellas are out. There's the pass completion.
This is a play where the tight end just steps back like he's blocking, and once the linebacker's flush out, he just releases inside. Quarterback pops him with a quick pass and picks up a first down.
First and 10 for the Ducks at the Cougar 24. Downfield over the middle and open is Barnes, and Barnes gets all the way down to the Cougar 2-yard line.
He had plenty of time. He didn't have any chance of anybody coming to sack him. He gets to see everything that's going on, and he throws a beautiful snap pass to Lou Barnes.
Big gain right there as Gerald Waters and Ricky Reynolds in on the tackle. Nice catch by Lou Barnes. Miller scrambling. And he is knocked down at the Cougar 5-yard line.
The referee just got hit.
Brad Harrington made the stop, and a referee was hit and knocked down on the play, and he is on his back, and hopefully he'll be all right. Miller rolling to his left, looking for somebody open in the end zone, has to scramble. Jim Krakowski almost gets to him. Here comes the hit on Miller by Harrington and just flattens him to the 5, and now the referee is hit here by Jeff Dulum, and whoa, got him right on the side of the knee.
Yes, he got hit right on the knee. And that knee gets caught, and he can't bend it.
Right. A little sore for a while.
He'll be sore tomorrow. Once it cools down,
Cougars leading 44-26 with 11 minutes to go in the ball game. But the Ducks have the football down at the Cougar 4-yard line. It is second down for Oregon. Rolling to his right. Very good rush. Pass off in the end zone. Diving Barnes, and he can't get to it. Low Barnes. Third and goal at the Cougar 3-yard line. Motion Barnes. Sets back the other way. The handoff goes. Touchdown. Tony Cherry on the touchdown for the Ducks, who had the football, but it's Tony Cherry into the ball game.
Follow your lead blocker, and there's a very nice hole there
for Tony Cherry, and they will go for the 2-point try. Over the middle, and it's going to be complete. Does he hang on? And yes, he does. They get the 2-point conversion. 10:42 left to go in the ball game. Our score: the Cougars 44 and the Ducks 34. A 3-yard touchdown run by Todd Cherry, and it was Todd Cherry who caught the 2-point conversion pass. 10:42 to go in the ball game, and the kick is away, and it's going to go to Reuben Mayes at his 12-yard line. The 20. Mayes picks his way down to the Cougar 30-yard line. Here's where Mayes is so talented. He just knows exactly where to go. He finds his blocking, picks the holes. Very poised running back. Mayes over the middle. Another big gain. All the way out to the Cougar 41-yard line. How easy. Reuben Mayes just goes right up the middle, and look at the hole.
Yes, that's what makes it look easy, too. The hole. 29 carries, 297 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
He is going to go over 300 yards easily. Over 10 minutes to go in the ball game, 297 yards.
You think he'll go over 300?
Oh, on this next play, maybe. First and 10. Picked up 12 yards on that last play. I was right. The 50, 45 of the 40, Reuben Mayes over 300 yards on the afternoon, all the way down to the Duck 42-yard line.
Show today.
He is amazing.
Look at that hole.
The offensive line giving Reuben Mayes so much room to work with, and Reuben Mayes taking advantage of the room, and he has scampered well over 300 yards. First and 10 for the Cougars all the way down to the Duck 32-yard line, and that man has been brilliant, Reuben Mayes. We're going to have to check before we get off the broadcast whether or not that's a Cougar record for the most yards in a single ball game. Now there's about 320 yards rushing. Calvin out to the 30. He picks up about 2.5 yards. Motion is Marshall. The pitch out. Reuben Mayes. across the 25, and that is it. Not enough for the first down. Bob Huditz and Tom Welch on the tackle.
Good job by the Ducks defense there, and they forced the play, come in and make the tackle before Ripper can make the pitch out.
So Trout, right-footed kicker, has a good angle on it. Snap from center, the kick is up. Low line drive, it has enough distance, and it is good. Line drive through the upright. Line drive takes a bounce at the 25, rolls out to Tony Cherry, bobbles the football, got it at 5 to 10, to 15 to 20. 25, lot of room. Far sideline 40, cuts back off to midfield, spins away. Still on his feet, now he's down. All the way to the Cougar 48-yard line. Outstanding run by Tony.
They want to do square, but you have 3 men there ready to make the tackle. He runs between all of them.
Breaks a couple of tackles there, then it's Collins who makes the tackle, but not before Cherry gets all the way down to the Cougar 48. So just like that, the Ducks with good field position. 7:56 to go in the ball game. Chris Miller in there all the way for the Ducks this afternoon. Over the middle, deep downfield. He's got Barnes at 25-20, and out of bounds at the Cougar 12-yard line. And just like that, flags are thrown all over the field.
The offensive line does a good job allowing Miller to set up. Barnes just comes across the field from the right side. It comes all the way over to the left side. It's a perfect pass. They call it.
See, the referee is so long in the ball game, he was injured. That would be Gordon Reese. 7:48 on the clock. Back, the fullback, to the 5, and maybe the 4-yard line. Out of the eye, pass in the end zone. Barnes leaping up, and he can't get to it.
So it's a fade route. They catch him in a man-to-man defense, so it's just a quick fade route. Barnes does one heck of a job going up. He almost comes down with that.
Reuben Mayes, with his over 300 yards rushing this afternoon, has set a Cougar record today. The old record was 261 yards. Third down. For the Ducks at the 5, and the handoff goes to Cherry. Right up the middle, and he is down at the 1-yard line. It was first and goal at the 1-yard line. He got it up for the first down. 7:34. Cougars lead the football game with 6:50 to go. And it goes to Cherry. He is hit in the backfield and loses maybe a half yard to a yard. And back, the fullback. Does he get in? No, he is stopped. Goes to the football right at the goal line. It is third down. Cherry, and he won't get in. Cherry trying to go to the right side is tripped up by one of his own teammates. There is Cedric Brown to make the Cherry, and timeout is called. It is fourth down. Trying to see where they spot the football as quarterback Chris Miller goes to the far sideline to talk things over with Rich Brooks, and what a job defensively by the Cougars.
Exactly. This is one of the few times today we've seen that the Cougar defense control the line of scrimmage, and what better time to do it?
Fourth and goal at the 2. On count by Miller. And Cherry's in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon, but flags all over the place in the end zone. Tony Cherry got it in there from 2 yards out, but we have to wait and see what the official call is going to be. That will be a touchdown. The call will go against Washington State. Keep your eye on Miller right here. No, the kick is away by McLeod, and it is. The penalty will be tacked on onto the kick, and Otto will tee it up at the Cougar 45-yard line. Otto is ready. Now the shift. There's the onside kick. And it goes 10 yards, and it's covered nicely to get on the onside kick.
That was a little better onside kick, but it doesn't get that high hop you want it to get.
To cover the football. First and 10 for the Cougars at their own 34-yard line. And the fans for the Ducks making a lot of noise right here at Autzen Stadium. 5:23 to go in the ball game. In motion to the near side is Marshall. The handoff goes to who else? Reuben Mayes over the left side of the line. He's out to the 40. Marshall on the stop. Once again, getting back to Reuben Mayes. He has set an all-time Washington State Cougar rushing record with his total this afternoon. He is well over 300 yards today. The old record was 261 yards by Bernard Jackson against the Oregon Ducks back in 1971. We've got an injured player down on the field, but Reuben Mayes has just blown that record right out of the water. Again, an official down. We had Gordon Reese injured, and he is out of the ball game. The referee, look at Reuben Mayes. 334 yards, 32 carries, 3 touchdowns. He had 216 yards last week. That looks like nothing compared to what he had today, but he had the 5 touchdowns.
You think he'll try to go for 400 yards today?
He might have a shot before it's over. The rain falling down. A gain of 6 by Mayes. It is 2nd down and 4 for the Cougars at their own 40-yard line. In motion again, Marshall to the near side. Ripon. The handoff to Mayes over the middle, and Reuben gets out to the Cougar 45-yard line. A gain of 5, and it's going to be enough for the Cougar first down. Dan Wilkin on the stop for the Ducks, and Reuben Mayes is just plowing his way, adding more and more yardage onto his Cougar record for most yards in a single ball game. So you're seeing Cougar history this afternoon and watching Reuben Mayes.
Why not run the clock out with Reuben? No one seems to be able to stop him right now.
Not only that, he's getting the job done, moving your football team downfield, eating up time on the clock. Sam Burris wide to the near side. It is 1st and 10 for the Cougars at their own 46. Motion is James. Reuben Mayes again. He gets out across midfield, tackled by Bob Hewlett. Over the middle, he busts his way out. 3rd and less than a yard to go for the Cougars at the Duck 44-yard line. And it's Reuben Mayes. He's got the first down and more. Lost his shoe earlier in the ball game. Had to come out for one play. Ripon rolling to his left. He's the football, and he gets a first down for the Cougars to the Duck 28-yard line. Bob Hewlett's again on the tackle for Oregon.
And they take it to the back, dive back, and the pitch man sees he's not going to get the ball, so what does he do? He turns up and becomes a blocker.
And getting closer to a score, Reuben Mayes. He is hit right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle and timeout on the field with 1:44. Rick Chase into the ball game for the Cougars. Been averaging about 10 yards a pop. Motion is Marshall to the near side, and the handoff goes to Dickie Walsh into the ball game as a down play coming up. It's Richard Calvin, and that's Walsh. Ball is right in the middle of the field at the 26-yard line. Motion Michael James. Handoff to Reuben Mayes, and Mayes dives for about 3 or 4 more yards down to that 22-yard line. Tackled there by Todd Welch. 59 seconds on the clock, and timeout is called by the Oregon State. Excuse me, the extra point kick.
They're only behind. Oregon's only behind by 6 points, so this is critical.
The field goal attempt, ball spotted at the 29-yard line, and it is good. A 39-yard field goal by John Trout, and with 56 seconds to go, it's now the Cougars 50 and the Ducks 41, and that just puts the icing on the cake. Handshakes on the Cougars sideline, and this ball game is history. 15-41, a 9-point lead for Washington State. And it's going to be a happy plane ride back home for the Cougars, back to Pullman, Washington, as John Trout with his 3rd field goal of the day. Trout with field goals of 26, 41, and now 39 yards.
Reuben Mayes has 37 carries for 356 yards and 3 touchdowns for the day.
And Reuben Mayes with a Pac-10 rushing record this afternoon, 353 yards as you take a look at the time left in the ball game. Pac-10 rushing record breaking Ricky Bell's record against Washington State back in 1976. Back-to-back victories against Stanford, and now the Oregon Ducks as the ball just squibbles away all the way out to Cherry at the 7-yard line. Upfield at 15, trying to spin away, but is taken down at the Duck 16-yard line. Play-by-play right here on the Super Channel. 1 week from today on first down. Miller back to throw. Down by 9. Looking across the middle, and it's almost intercepted by Rico Tipton.
I'm sure Reuben Mayes will receive a nice welcome when he gets back home.
He's been amazing. Reuben Mayes, 353 yards. Second down and 10 for Miller and the Ducks. Everybody's in the defensive secondary. The pass is off, incomplete, intended for Coleman. Did he get it?
I believe they called it.
Down by 9, 50 to 41. These guys a lot of credit. Pass over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You're going to wait till he goes deeper down the field. In a situation like that, as soon as you see yourself open, you have to turn around to the quarterback.
29 seconds to go. Cougars will even up the record on the year at 4-4. Likewise, the Ducks, they'll go to 4-4. Pass over the middle, and that's incomplete.
Good special teams play. The kickoff coverage needs to be worked on a little bit more.
Downfield and deep. He's got moved by the Cougar 40. And out of bounds at the Washington State 31-yard line. 16 seconds to go. Cougars leading 50 to 41. Miller deep. And it's almost intercepted by Cedric.
Miller's trying to throw the ball into a zone. Let the receiver split the zone, and it's almost picked off. And then again, it's almost made a completion.
Second down and 10. Tigers throw. Miller rolling to his right. Pass over the middle, incomplete. 7 seconds to go in the ball game. What a game. And what a day for Reuben Mayes, setting a Pac-10 rushing record, 353 yards, and also with it a Washington State rushing record for a single game mark. Unbelievable. He had 3 touchdowns. John Trout had 3 field goals. Wide to the right is Lou Barnes. Chris Miller. Deep to Barnes. Well covered, and it's knocked away in the end zone. And 2 seconds out of the clock. A big run early in the fourth quarter. And this will be the final play of the game. 2 seconds to go. Cougars leading 50 to 41. Miller dropping back to throw. Rushing. Keeps it himself to 20 to 15. Time runs out. Miller to the 10-yard line, knocked out of bounds, and the ball game is over. The Cougars win it. The final score of 50 to 41. What a ball game by both these ball clubs, and the Cougars now 2-2 in Pac-10 play, and the Ducks go to 2-3. Final score: the Cougars 50 and the Oregon Ducks 41.